It's Power 105.1. Mayor Ras Baraka is here today, the day before Election Day. What does that feel like in your office, Mr. Mayor?
A lot of work, statewide. I've been running around the state trying to help Senator Menendez and other Democrats up and down the line, trying to get them elected.
They have really spent a lot of money anti-Menendez.
Oh, absolutely.
Ads are so, every time I turn the TV on, there's an anti-Menendez ad. What do we make of those when we see those?
Well, it's desperation. These folks know that they are trying to uphold something that people are against. New Jersey, the folks in New Jersey don't want Trump's agenda. And we look at Hugan as the, his
baby
person,
Trump.
The baby Trump. So we're trying to make sure that Menendez win. And they're spending a lot of money because most people don't know him.
Yeah.
So they're spending a lot of money to try to get him over the line.
To make him sound like a bad guy.
Yeah, to make Menendez sound like a bad guy, of course.
Yeah.
New Jersey is probably the only state that has an African-American and a Latino U.S. senator.
That's pretty great.
It's crazy, yeah.
It's pretty good. Hopefully it'll be different after tomorrow, yeah?
That's right. That's
what we hope.
Yeah.
So you've been putting in that work trying to get that done, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think some of the challenges people are going to face tomorrow on Election Day? I've been telling everybody today they should be finding out where their polling location is, not wait till the last minute, because you wait till the last minute, then you go and there's a complication, and then it's like you miss the boat. It's too late to do anything.
Hopefully the weather's okay, and then when you go there, if they don't have your name on a book, people usually leave. You shouldn't leave. You should fill out a provisional ballot. Tell them you want to vote provisional ballot, and you fill it out. And if you are a voter, they have to count your vote later. It's better than just walking away and letting people tell you, oh, I don't see your name. And so you just give up. So you should ask to vote anyway.
Yeah. And then where in New Jersey can people, how do people find out? We have a bunch of lists on the Power site. You guys could go to power105.1fm.com if you do not know where to vote. Not only in Jersey, but New York, the whole tri-state area. We have those. But anything specific in Jersey people should know in terms of showing up tomorrow?
No, it's a regular, general election that usually happens. We just need people to turn out. We need more people to come out and vote. We need everybody out.
I think people are starting to understand. Were you somebody before you were in politics, before you were in this? Did you always vote when you were younger? And
no, I didn't. Right. It took me. I probably started voting when I was 24.
Wow.
So it's a long time in between that. Because, a lot of folks, when they get out of high school, when they're in college, they have a lot of things that going on, a lot of things on their mind. They're in school, they're usually away from their state, and they're not doing absentee ballots or sending ballots in.
Right.
So they're not voting away from home. And all of the issues are not prevalent to them. They're still trying to find a job. They hooking up. They're trying to do all kinds of other things. And
they're hooking up a lot.
Yeah, so a lot of that is, on their minds more.
Yeah.
And plus, now, though, you have all this information with the internet. It's in your face, so it should be easier for you to get an idea of what's going on. So we need people to vote.
Yeah, really badly. All right, so again, tomorrow is Election Day, people. Midterms elections more important than ever. We want you guys at the polls tomorrow. If you need any information, we have a ton of links and a ton of information for you at power1051fm.com. Mayor Ras Baraka is here. I definitely want to talk to you about what's happening in Newark.
Absolutely.
How are them streets in Newark going? What's happening in them streets in Newark today, Mr. Mayor?
We're moving forward, man. We have so much stuff going on in the town. We have $4 or $5 billion worth of development. All of this speculation about Amazon. No one knows what's going to happen yet.
What is happening there? You have to know. Doesn't it have to come to the mayor? Don't you have to
Oh, they're keeping it very close to the vest. A lot of speculation out here. So folks
what would that mean for Newark?
It means a lot. You're talking about 50,000 jobs and $5 billion worth of investment.
If you don't know, a story came out recently that Amazon is thinking about setting up a new location, a new headquarters in Newark.
Well, in a couple of cities. I think we're at the end of it, but there's a couple of cities that they're thinking about. So, prayerfully we make it happen.
That would be good for Newark, yeah? Yeah.
Outstanding.
What's happening with the water in Newark?
Well, Newark is a very old city, old infrastructure. So we have maybe 15 to 20,000 or more homes that had lead service lines. And so when the water comes from the reservoir, by the time it gets into your pipe, there's something that the state and the federal government tells us to put in the water called a corrosion control inhibitor that stops the lead from coming from your pipe and getting into the water. Short of replacing the lead service lines altogether, which Newark is getting ready to do with the state, replace all lead service lines.
Good.
So this has been a policy since the 80s. Our corrosion control inhibitor stopped working. There's all this talk about Flint. Flint, they purposefully took the corrosion control inhibitor out of the water. They purposely did it because they wanted to save money, and there were some other issues that they had going on, no oversight. Ours simply stopped working because the pH balance in the water changed over 20 years. It stopped working, so we have to use another one.
How bad is it? Really bad? It's really bad.
Well, as long as if lead gets in your water above 15 parts per billion, it's bad for children under the age of 6, mothers that are nursing, mostly because lead affects organs that are developing, mostly the brain. Mm-hmm. Adults are not as affected as much, but children are certainly affected more than anybody else with that. So we gave out, and we're giving out still, filters to every home who we believe have a lead service line, which is about, again, 20,000 homes in the city. And we're going to continue to do that until our corrosion control inhibitor works. It takes us about 6 to 8 months to get it to work. And so we have to try it. We're going to try a new one.
Are you getting the help you need?
Oh, yeah. The NJDEP, the state, has been very helpful. The EPA is helpful. The reason that we even know that it's not working is we took a pipe and sent it to the EPA. They cut the pipe open, told us that the corrosion control inhibitor is losing its effectiveness, that we need to use another one. The DEP has been forcing us to test, been all over us about making sure that we get the word out, telling people what to do. We even sending letters to pediatricians in the area to make sure children get tested.
If somebody's tuned in now and they're either in Newark or somewhere, or have family in Newark, what can they do? What should they do? They
should call, if they're anxious or concerned, they should call the water department, 973-733-6303, and then we'll come out and test their water for free. And we could tell you in 5 minutes whether you have a lead pipe, a copper pipe, a cast iron pipe. Most homes that were built before 1986, before lead was banned, they may have a lead service line in this. This is the pipe that connects your water from your house to the city's main water. If you live in a huge building or an office building or even a project, you don't have lead service lines because the pipes are bigger. It needs more volume of water comes through, so you have more like a cast iron pipe than a small kind of lead service line. Mostly homeowners, 2 and 3 family homes, 1 family homes have this.
Sheesh. This is the things you have to deal with every day. This is your life, right?
This
is what every day is like. Yeah. We're gonna make sure we post that number up on the site too, in case you didn't catch it just right then. If you are concerned about anything or know somebody or concerned about a family member in Newark, we'll post those numbers for you. What do people need to be focused on in terms of tomorrow? Like, I know Menendez, right? But are there any other things that you think people should be?
All up and down the state, I think they should make sure they vote for all the local candidates there. We have some incredible folks in New Jersey that are running for Congress. Mikey Sherrill's running, Malinowski. There's a lot of folks that are running for Congress, and then the regular folks that are up there still. Congressman Payne is on the ballot. Need to make sure we vote for him. And then local, freeholder races and county executive races. All of those folks. A friend of mine is running for surrogate in Essex County. Alterique Kinney for county surrogate, and make sure we pull a lever for him as well. So want to put Democrats all up and down.
Yeah, if you're not sure,
that's right.
This is go with your party, I guess, right?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a guarantee that everything's going to be okay for you, but it's certainly a guarantee that we won't have Trump sympathizers.
Yes, that is a scary, scary thing that could happen tomorrow.
That's
Are you hopeful about tomorrow's turnout?
I am. I am very. I've been in many places in the state. Huge crowds, a lot of folks excited about what's going on. Senator Booker has been up and down the state, rallying the troops.
He's been on his grind,
huh? Yeah, he's been grinding hard, and
I respect it.
Everybody's been. The governor has been up and down. So
even celebrities, I've been watching celebrities going out of town, going to Atlanta, going to Florida.
It's awesome.
Really trying to,
That's good. I mean, that's the only way. I mean, we have to vote. In order to change what's going on, you have to have a voice in it. You have to vote and change these people. I mean, 78,000 more votes nationally, Trump is not the president. Electoral college changes.
Let that number sit in. That there are that many people listening right now because it's literally not changed who our president is.
That's right. That's right. So when people say every vote, my vote doesn't count, think of how many people say that. And how many people decide not to vote.
Yeah.
And the millennials are the largest voting population now that's able to influence the election. If millennials voted by themselves, they could change the outcome of elections alone.
all of the interns tomorrow. I want a full report about that. Make sure that everybody voted tomorrow.
The largest voting block.
Wow, that's great information. Thank you so much, man. It's always good to see you. We'll post the Newark line so people if any concerned about water, and of course, I don't know if there's anybody who's on the fence about thinking about going to the polls tomorrow. What do you leave them with?
Well, this is the first step towards moving Trump out of there. 2020, we have to prepare to get our folks out to get there for 2020. That's number one. And number two, he can't have everything. He can't have the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch, right? We have to take some of it back from him, or else we're in deep trouble.
Deep trouble.
Yeah.
To the polls, everybody tomorrow. Mayor Ras Baraka, everybody. Spot 105.1.